diseases. Of course, say ailments has been part of the human race, and it has been since our early days. We call it as ancient medicine, and it's a hand medicine or home remedies. Plenty of things. It has been derived. It has evolved, and now in recent days, it has become a specialization for each and every diseases. There are a specialist available in the whole world. The medical system has evolved like that, and I personally feel I'm basically a physical medicine and rehabilitation specialist who's a kind of a tertiary care physician working on rehabilitation of the chronic diseases, rehabilitation of patients with spinal cord injuries, say stroke, or kind of children who have a cerebral palsy or meningitis, post-meningitis sequelae patient, kind of a chronic diseases. And I've been into it for past 29 years. I'm entering the 30th year this year, September 23rd. I'll be completing my 30 years of medical career. The scenario is that as a doctor, I'm not satisfied by just prescribing or teaching my patients with the exercises and rehab schedules or with medicines. Something else, something more. It started long back. Most of our VZ members and the senior Vevetosians will be knowing the history of how I got into the wellness side rather than treating the patients. So my father was the spark. He developed cancerous lesion in his esophagus, and that was the point when it started me to work on something more other than the rehabilitation part. Preventive aspect also I need to address myself for my father, and the work started that time about 16 years back, has evolved, and it's on the transition process only, but still we have reached this stage, this great day of launching our 14th product in Vevetos. Each and every product, whichever we have bought in our Vevetos, has a big history on it, and it has a big role to play in wellness of the human race across the globe. Only thing we are now reaching all nook and corner across the India, but already we have our friends have taken it to different countries out of their own interest, and in shorter maybe in few years time, few months also maybe, we'll be moving to the reaching the different frontiers across the world. Coming to the point, why Bulls Up? What is the reason? What is the background reason behind bringing in the product? All the products I have already discussed. All the products in Vevetos has a reason. There is a need. Where there is a need, we always bring it. Here, we all know across the country, across the globe, there is plenty of fertility centers available now. Am I right? So in past about 15-20 years, there is mushrooming of plenty of hospitals and clinics addressing the issue of infertility. Am I right? Okay. Whom are they targeting, or whom are they taking care of? Women, exactly. So most of the fertility centers or the infertility centers has been addressing only in India particularly, addressing the women issues only. What is there for males? There are one or few learned people who are sexologists or urologists taking care of the male infertility part. This component is such a big industry without any science behind it. People are being cheated. People are being taken away their money or their time, their trustworthiness, and they have been in a very dark situation. All these years, male infertility and male impotence or erectile dysfunction is the major issue. Almost, see, it is a major problem which is very much hidden, which is very much under the carpets. It's not open to the public, and people try to say get carried away with all the small things there and there, and ultimately they have been misguided. So we want to take up this issue, and we have already started this journey about 2.5, 3 years back, and the final outcome for the Indian scenario is the bulls up. As always, the each and every product, our product carries the name which has relevance with the product. The meaning, always we can make sure the product name conveys the actual purpose of being developed or being used. Here too, many will be wondering, say most of you are wearing the t-shirts, but still will be wondering why the name bulls up. How many of you have heard about the big agitation which happened about 2.5, 3 years back in Chennai for the benefit of desi cows and desi bulls? How many of you remember such an incident? Very few. Okay. There were about 1 million people roaring for about more than about 7 to 8 days in the Marina Beach, just for the sake of safeguarding the desi cows and desi bulls, particularly to make sure there is a game, there is a say bravery game in Tamil Nadu, South India, particularly in south part of South Tamil Nadu, the Jallikattu. Hope you all are aware of the name Jallikattu. The purpose of Jallikattu is that the connectivity between animal, the domesticated animal, and the human beings. So we have been living since our ancestral days. We have been living in the forest, and we have been living along with the other living creatures. Am I right? But what has happened over a period of time, as we evolve, as we mechanize, all our life has become say more mechanized and more say artificial. We have been isolating ourselves from all the living creatures around us, and including the living creatures which are living inside us also, which our chief guest had addressed rightly, the microorganism environment inside our system. So these are the two areas, inside and outside of our human body. First particular importance behind the name, this basic reason for the existence of human being or any other living being. What is it? Basic, say, what is the basic purpose of any living being there in the say coming into this world? Exactly, crown is always crown. Okay. Rightly said. Say we as all living creatures, even let it be a single celled organism or a multi-trillion celled organism, the human being, we come to this say earth. First reason is to duplicate ourselves. First reason, we had to take care of say saving our species. We can be in any color, we can be in any say structure. Say somebody will be say race will be different, caste will be different. That's all different. The basic purpose is to reproduce ourselves. First reason. Say becoming a doctor, becoming a collector, becoming a prime minister, becoming a say these are all goals we set for ourselves. But the nature sets a goal for all the human beings, all the living things, to replicate the species. And the first reason is this reproduction of our own species. There, All about 15-20 years back, the government, Indian government, has been shouting in every walls. We have seen the inverted triangle, red triangle. How many of you remember those things? About 15-20 years back, you could have seen in all the advertisements in all across the country, all the PHCs, the primary health centers, GH, everywhere. We'll be seeing, to control the population, government was taking so many measures, and now there is not such thing seen anywhere across the country. Why? About during about 1970s and 80s, there was a population explosion happening. India was marching towards achieving the highest populous country in the world. So fast, the growth rate was so fast, birth rate, and it created awareness. But parallelly, we as a uh, we started during our early 90s, because of globalization, we started getting exposed to plenty of newer lifestyle, which has created a situation where government doesn't require to promote the population control, whereas we ourselves have made ourselves restricted. We are started restricting our reproductive system because of the wrong lifestyle. Current medical data shows. I'm going to talk only about men's wellness. The product is for men's wellness, of course, for the whole human race only, but the product will be used only for the males. Every female or every family member need to know about it also. So I'm going to educate the basic reasons, basic components behind developing the product. Current scenario for men, there are two components which are very important in the reproductive age group. First thing is the fertility. We are not bothered about fertile males. Everyone is happy getting a child, getting their next generation or offspring. For the people who are infertile, what is infertility in males, among males? A simple definition we can say is that any person, any couple who are unable to conceive with 1 year of unprotected intercourse, we call it as they are infertile couples. And leave out the female woman part. I am talking about the male only. Current scenario in Indian context, the volume of males who are infertile is somewhere between 13% of the Indian population. 13% of the Indian population are infertile. They are unable to produce adequate sperms to make a new offspring, say new child. So this is the current scenario. This is one component. The second component is impotence or the erectile dysfunction. The impotence, they may be fertile, they may be generating adequate sperms, but because of impotency, because of erectile dysfunction, in India, the current scenario, India is the impotency capital of the world. Impotency, like diabetes, India is the impotency capital of the world. And this scenario is very much important. You can understand the situation. Male more than 40 years, about 1/3, about 28. This is the medical data, current medical data. This is the scenario, which is very much hidden. And to address this such a big volume of people, we as a Vevetosians, we need to make sure every human being to be happy and fit and well also. We are focusing on wellness, but still, where comes the wellness? We need to focus on the wellness which ultimately should make people to be happy also. Here, I told you two components. One is infertility, second is the impotency. To make sure, there are plenty of reasons. If I go to talk about the in detail, let's say medical aspects, it will be another half a day. I don't want to touch on each and every aspects. I just want to make sure you understood the need for the product, and the product is going to address almost major reasons, major etiology for male impotency and male infertility. And that's how we have made sure we have put in so much efforts to take the ancient literature from the Ayurvedic sciences and medical science, ancient Indian literature, as well as the latest scientific support from across the globe, the articles from across the globe, to make sure the product developed addresses these two major components. Say 13% of Indian population are infertile males, about 28% are impotent. It's a huge volume. So we need to, the product we are bringing in today is going to address somewhere around at least 20 to 22 crore population of Indian population. It's maybe say it's not fascinating. People can't speak it outside, but as a doctor, as a say in the as a Vevetosian, we need to address each and every aspect of illness or ailments a human being can come across. And here is the point: we have brought in the product Bulls Up. I just want to make sure these two components in your keep it in your mind. Naming the product, I told you about the Jallikattu. Jallikattu is basically the say I told you bravery game, which has been say played in Tamil Nadu, and it is always with the bulls. A male who can control the bull is say has been awarded with the say he will be awarded as a successful person, as a real male. Just to make sure say whole crowd, like a person who hits a sixer in cricket or a person who hits a goal in football, something like that. The olden day game has been there for past about hundreds and hundreds of years in Tamil Nadu, maybe in other parts of the world also, but it's very much familiar in South India, in Tamil Nadu. And the important point is that the Desi bulls has been a part of our life, and it has been carrying it's making the men, the real brave men, to be brave enough, to be healthy enough, to be fit enough, and say to make a very brave male. This has been a part of the culture itself for past in the tradition of Tamil tradition itself. So we made sure something, a name should carry to convey the braveness, convey the strength of inner strength in the product itself. That's why we brought in the word bull, and lot other meaning is there. But for the sake of time, I will just control myself. It's a Bulls Up means say to make sure the male, all the males, Indian males as of now, it's also for the world males across the globe, but for Indian males to become brave, to become healthy, to become fertile and potent also. I repeat, we are addressing a population of at least 22 crore Indian males with one product. Such is the importance. You will understand by the time I complete the presentation, another about 15-20 minutes, you will understand the importance and how it's going to be helpful for all the people. I'm not going into the in depth in the medically to make sure I say you can understand it if I'm going to speak a lot about it, but you will develop more doubts. We have addressed all the basic issues in male infertility and male impotence here with the product directly itself. You can start with this slide. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. pointer is visible for you all? Wonderful. So Vevetos have come up with the new product, 14th product on 14th February 2021 with Pulse Up. It contains ingredients known for men's wellness. Next slide, please. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. So it consists of two components. One is the syrup component and the another is the capsule component. Yeah, that's wonderful. Visible for you all? Great. Okay, it's two components. First is the syrup and the second one is the capsule. So each one has the, we have made sure the ingredients whichever is capable of say putting it into the syrup form, we have tried to accommodate it in the syrup form. Wherever there is a bitterness or a kind of a taste which we can't handle, those things we have added into the capsule form. This product, Bulls Up, will make sure, I told you it's going to address such a big volume of males in India, of course, to make the women fraternity happy also, ultimately for that. And also, there is a say big volume of people who are with, because of infertile couples, having a very tough time. They have been going to look and corner across the globe, across the country, and to different doctors and infertility centers, struggling a lot. And you know, each and every one of you will be knowing the cost involved in getting a child for infertile couples. Are you all aware? I don't want to commit it on the stage. So it's going to be, it's very huge. Okay. So to make sure all the major issues are addressed, we have put in the ingredients in a right manner with the all the ancient literatures, with the proper evidence. We have put in and we have completed the major part of the trials we have completed with the best results already there in the market. And we have, say, the other product which we launched long back, it's reserved for the international market. And now the exclusive product for Indian market, that's Bulls Up. Yeah. There are plenty of ingredients. If I'm going to talk about the health benefits of each and every ingredients, it's going to be a day long. So I just want to cut short the presentation with names and make sure you just understand the background product range, the ingredient range. I'll just go through one by one. See, all this product is sugar free. There is no artificial sweetener we have added. In the syrup component, the taste is basically because of the ingredient itself. It has an excellent taste, and we need to mix it in a plain drinking water or chill water while consuming it. And it doesn't have any artificial flavor. The all ingredients itself takes care of the flavor component also. Okay. There are I'll be talking about the ingredients. I'll be just moving fast. There are two components. One is the name, and it's a botanical name, and the second is the component which we use for the product, for the development of the syrup. This is a alien cepa. Every one of you will be knowing, will be even using it day to day life. Alien cepa is nothing but onion, but it has an excellent property which can increase the seminal viscosity. It can help in improving the sperm motility, as well as in preventing the formation of blood clots in case of minor injuries to the reproductive organ. Next is the Anacardium Oxidant. The ingredient, it's a major component in our syrup. The seed part we are using it, and it contains high level of iron, magnesium, and other trace elements also, the minerals and trace elements also, which are very much important for the formation of the sperms, for the spermatogenesis. And it has also unsaturated fatty acid, which is mandatory, which is very much useful in the production of the sperm. and it also helps in improving the viscosity and the seminal volume also. Next, the asparagus racemosus. It's a root which we are, the root component which we are using it there, and it helps in improving the erection. It helps in erectile dysfunction, and also it helps in preventing the premature ejaculation, as well as for other body part also. It can help in reducing the stomach ulcers. Benicassa hispidia, it's a fruit part which we are using it. It has a wonderful ingredients, saccharides, proteins, and glycosides, flavonoids also, which are very much useful in improving the sperm count as well as its motility. Centella asiatica, the whole plant, the leaf part as well as the stem part, we are using it. It's basically a stress buster, but it helps in making the male more kind of a virility. Helps in improving the virility, and it helps in improving and sustaining the erection part of the male organ. Chlorophytum tuberosum, it's a root part which we are using the ingredients. It has some multiple health benefits, but particularly in case of male infertility, the herb is used to prevent premature ejaculation. It is a major component, major issue which we need to be addressed in case of infertility as well as impotency. Cinnamomum xyloncium, it's a bark part which we are using it as a component, and it is a potent antioxidant, and it has a free radical scavenging properties. It helps in case of when the sperm count is very less, or there is a improving the sperm count, and particularly it has a anti-secretagogue and improves the seminal fluid viscosity, and has an anti-gastric ulcer effect also. Particularly the viscosity of the seminal fluid is very much important in the fertilization of the ovum. Say swimming of the sperms, in each sperm need to swim for a particular distance before fertilizing the ovum. So for which this ingredient is very much useful. These are the it's a root component. There are as ingredients, we are mixing it in a right proportion, right composition. Either the roots or the whole plant or the fruit or the seed or the bark, whichever is having the particular medicinal value. With the we are extracting the active ingredients and mixing it in the right composition and right proportion. And Circulago orchidaceae, it's a tuberous root which is helpful in it's basically adaptogen, and it is a very potent aphrodisiac used in ancient Ayurvedic system, and we have used it as a to improve the have the good aphrodisiac effect as well as immunostimulant, and it also has a hepatoprotective effect. It has excellent antioxidant property and anti-cancer and anti-diabetic activities as a effect also. Electaria cardamom, it's a simple yelaka, we call it as in Tamil, and it has an excellent antioxidant property and diuretic property. It may help in improving the endurance and sustain the erection also. Honey, it's a very important component. Most of the whatever the active ingredients, we are taking it from the ingredients, the raw materials. While extracting, most factories are pharma industry use water as a solvent to extract it from the raw materials. But what we have done to make it have a very good shelf life, to make it the active ingredients are preserved adequately, appropriately, to make sure it gives the real potent effect, we have used honey as a carrier in our product Bulsam. The honey, it's very important to make sure the whatever the active ingredients we are incorporated into the syrup, it has the it can maintain the potency till the shelf life is the date, whichever the date expiry date we have given, till the end of the day expiry date, it will give you a complete say protection for the active ingredient, so that the product is very very effective. And it's a natural sweetener and contains plenty of minerals and trace elements also, which are very important for improving the erectile dysfunction. Say it helps to improve the endurance also, irritability, and helps in maintaining and sustaining the erection. Moringa, uh, raw milk fertility, and flour. Flour component helps in levels and the cholesterol levels, and has excellent antioxidant property also. It has plenty of the flour has plenty of trace elements, which are very much important for improving the persons with erectile dysfunction. It also helps in increasing the libido also. Moringa oleifera pod, it has the pulp component is very much filled with plenty of nutrients, which are very much required for increasing the seminal semen formation, cells formation. Helps to increase the sperm count, improves the testosterone level also, as well as the seminal volume also. It is a very well known potent aphrodisiac and helps to improve the libido part. Mucinia, seminal fluid, and supports the body's ability to handle stress very comfortably. It bolsters the libido and boosts vitality. Mystica fragrance, it's a kind of we call it as a kaduka in Tamil, and it helps in relieving the muscle pain, and helps to improve the boost the maleness. Nutmeg contains many essential volatile oils such as myristicin and elemicin, plenty of other volatile oils, which helps in improving the testosterone level as well as the sperm motility. Helps to treat insomnia, and has a calming effect when consumed in a smaller dose. It just in case of a persons with anxiety, that's a very important reason, etiology for erectile dysfunction. It helps in indirectly, it helps in improving the persons with erectile dysfunction. Phoenix dactylifera, it's something we have been using it for since very long time. I say nothing but dates, but it has a very excellent supportive role in patients with infertility and impotency. It has beta carotenes, luteins, and the xanthines, which are very much important in improving to protect the testes and other reproductive structures of the body from the harmful effects of oxygen free radicals. Pistacia vera, it's something very unique, and it has a very good effect on the it's been used as an aphrodisiac for a very long time and to improve the endurance. Here it helps to reduce the premature ejaculation, and as well as in helping promoting the sustaining the erection part also. Prunus dulcin, it's a seed almond. The botanical name is Prunus dulcin, and it is a very good source of vitamin E and other minerals, as well as the trace elements, which are all very important in improving the sperm count as well as the seminal volume, as well as the seminal sperm motility. Puraria tuberosa, it also helps in enhancing the sexual desire, and helps in treating the nocturnal emissions in males. And also the ingredient, the active part helps as a good aphrodisiac. It also helps in increasing the sperm count, and increases the cardiac tone also. So one of the good galactogogue for females. Syzygium aromaticum, we call it as crambo. The bud, we use it here. It has an anti-mutagenic property. It makes sure it helps in having the good or good sperm size, as well as the sperm when there is a very less reduced oxidative stress on the testis, automatically the sperm produced will have a very good say vitality. So it helps there, enhances the immunity, and the dried flowers of the cloves are helpful to increase the count of white blood cells, to make sure even if there is some say testicular infection, it helps to control it. It is one of the best aphrodisiac, and recent researches have shown that the clove have aphrodisiac property and have been verified to have maintaining the erection, particularly in case of impotency. Tribulus terrestris, it's a very very common weed, basically weed in South India, the tropical say area, but it is one of the very much important in improving the libido. People have been using this plant for a variety of its health benefits, but still it enhances libido and keeps the urinary tract healthy and reduces any swelling in the urinary tract, and also helps in increasing the semen and the testosterone levels, which indirectly helps in sperm production. Vitis vinifera, one of the most potent antioxidant. The grape seeds, particularly, we have been using the fruit as a whole, but still the seeds have a very wonderful antioxidant property. Resveratrol and the other flavonoids in it helps us to make sure there is adequate. It helps support the male erection, improve the erection and sustainability in male reproductive organ, as well as potential benefits of the reproductive effects as a whole. Withania somnifera, ashwagandha we call it as, it's a universal healer kind of. We are using the root part of it. It has a multiple health benefits, and it helps in reduce the anxiety and stress, helps to fight the depression, boosts fertility, and helps to improve the testosterone level in male. Okay. So when we are going more technical, more into the subject, it will be smooth. You might feel a bit boresome also. But each and every ingredient which we have been using it here for the bulls up has been time tested. Has been time tested in the ancient literatures, and we are making sure the ingredients are well preserved, made sure with the appropriate natural preservatives. We have made sure the vitality and the potency of the ingredients are well preserved till the expiry date, even beyond that also. Next is the capsule component. Why capsule? Say we could have made it as just as a syrup part only, no? We had a tough time. There are ingredients which has when we extract the active ingredients, it doesn't have any taste. It doesn't have any flavor. It doesn't have any smell. Only the aromatic oils will have the smell and all. But there are ingredients which are very much important for improving the male fertility. These ingredients will have a kind of a bitter taste, or a taste which we can't bear it at all. When we put it into our taste buds as a syrup or as a kind of a gel format, we can't bear the taste. So what we have done, we have made it into a capsule format so that it goes directly into the stomach, and we have created a delivery mechanism wherein it need to reach the second part of the stomach very faster. It need to reach the bloodstream very faster, so that it can act on the right part of the hypothalamus very faster than before, to make sure it gives adequate effect in right time. Okay. So capsule, sorry. It also has plenty of ingredients, very important for taking care of all the issues which are major issues in male infertility and impotency. So the ingredients are, I'll be explaining in individual slides. Sorry. So each capsule, each 2 capsules can give you a 1.2 kilocalories, and the ingredients in the milligram. Okay. Coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q has been say time-tested enzyme, which is very very important in the development of sperm, a very potent sperm, and the production of the sperm count also, to increase the sperm count also. It has been used for in most of the zoospermic individuals to make sure the testis gets reactivated, or in case there is no anti-sperm antibodies. It has helped a lot in most of the infertile males to generate sperm, improve the sperm count. Has been shown to helping the process of spermatogenesis as well as in the sperm motility and vitality. It helps to improve the heart health also. And the source is from different. Say strawberry has a very good coenzyme Q, and the broccoli and the say other, even orange peel has a plenty of source of coenzyme Q10. It could also reduce the oxidative damage that leads to muscle fatigue and the skin damage or brain or lung diseases also. Other health benefits are a lot with the coenzyme Q. L-arginine is a very important active ingredient which can help in improving the erectile dysfunction issue in males, and it helps in easing the inflammation in the digestive tract, as well as controlling the blood sugar level with the patients with diabetes. And it helps in improving the growth hormone levels in the body. Zinc, magnesium, and pyridoxine are very very important kind of supporting nutrients which are very much essential in production of sperms, and which we have used it in liberally to the recommended daily allowance level in the capsule itself. Next, Moringa oleifera flower component, the extract, the active ingredients has been added into the capsule part also, which the purpose is basically to make sure it reaches the small intestine faster with the capsule cover, and it opens up in the small intestine very faster and reaches the bloodstream within about 2 hours of consuming it, less than 2 hours of consuming it, to make sure it gives adequate supporting role in during their activities. Mucuna prurens, already have shown it in the syrup part. That's a white. There are 2 varieties, white as well as the black one. It helps to improve the body's ability to handle stress very comfortably. It's a natural source of levodopa to make sure the activity is very smooth and faster. Okay, it helps to improve the energy, endurance, and the sexual performance. It fosters libido and boosts vitality. Mystica fragrans. Here the seed we have used to make sure the ingredients are added into the capsule to make sure the faster action as required. Orchis latifolia, we have used the flower part as well as the tubers. We have used to make sure to extract the active ingredient, which are very much useful in treating the patient with sexual weakness and improve the low sperm count, as well as to increase the seminal volume. Piperum longum, nothing but pepper. We can't use it in the syrup part, so we have put it into the capsule to make sure the importance of Piperum longum is that it helps to improve the testosterone level as well as in erectile dysfunction. Trigonella foy, and it's a fenugreek. We call it as a fenugreek and used in very liberally in diabetic patients. But still, here it has a very important help in the patients with infertility, and it has a very excellent property to improve the sperm count. It is a spermatogenesis effects it has, and hypocholesterolemic effect also. In a way, it reduces the blood cholesterol levels, but it makes sure it is stored into the organs wherever there is required. In making up of testosterone, the cholesterol is used basically to produce all the human hormones are basically a form of cholesterol. So it helps to reduce the blood cholesterol levels, but at the same time it reaches the organs wherever there is a requirement for cholesterol. So final is that both together, the capsule as well as the syrup, what is it going to do for our say human race? It helps to improve the erection and helps to sustain the erection also, and it improves the erection as well as to reduce the premature ejaculation. These two components, the erectile dysfunction and the premature ejaculation, are the two major important reasons for impotency in males, and Bullsup takes care of these two important issues. As well as it helps to increase the level of male hormones when consumed over a period of time. Say testosterone doesn't gets generated all of a sudden. Once you take a syrup or a capsule, it has to go into the system, and it has to create a say oxidative free environment, stress free environment into the system. So it takes about 2 to 3 weeks time for it to function to the full level. So once you start taking Bullsup, to get a improved testosterone level as well as the other male stress hormone levels to go down, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks time, at least 21 days to be consumed continuously, and it helps to improve the quality as well as the increase the sperm count also, quality of the sperms as well as the sperm count also. It helps to considerably increases the seminal volume. It's very important in making the sperm swim towards the ovum in the endometrium of the female uterus, and helps to improve the percentage of motile sperms in the seminal volume. Since 1980s, the motility in the sperm was somewhere around 60 to 70%. But of late, towards late 1990s and early 2000 years, the motility has come down generally for all males in India, and recently even 30% of sperm motility is okay. That's what WHO has recommended. That's enough for giving a fertile male. But what Bullsup helps is that it helps to improve the sperm motility by more than, if you are taking it for properly for about 90 days. The full course is 90 days, and it can help you to achieve the level to the extent of 70%, 60 to 70% of sperm motility. And also it helps to increase the percentage of motile sperms from 60 to 70%. The increase the general wellness among the male to give endurance and happiness if used properly and adequately as per the specific recommendations and usages. I'll be discussing about another 2 slides, how to use it, how long to use it, and when to use it. All those things I'll be telling you. You need to note, very important, Bullsup is not a medicine. We are not. It's not been categorized under Ayurvedic medicine. It is a nutritional supplement, and it takes a bit. Does not act immediately, and it takes a bit initial, like something like a jet lag. It takes a bit lagging time is there. First 3 days. It takes about 3 days for its effect to set in. But after that, once you started, your system is acquainted with the Drumsup, then subsequently, whenever you want to use it, it will have a very good effect within about 2 to 3 hours time. Okay? So, contents are purely herbal and takes adequate time for its action to set in. So, regular use, it need to be there for adequate time to make sure you get a desired effects. Sorry. So, it is a important thing. It's 100% vegetarian product, FSSAI approved, and it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and it is from the GMP certified unit factory. So 30 ml of Bullsup sachet contents need to be mixed in about 60 to 75 ml of plain drinking water or still water. Mix it and drink it immediately. And particularly, we advise to use it in the empty stomach. Say, for example, if you have had your lunch by around 2 o'clock or 1:30, 2:30 somewhere, leave about 3 hours time before taking the sachet. The importance is that when there is a stomach is empty, the absorption will be complete. And the capsules to be consumed, 2 capsules to be consumed. The dose is 1 sachet and 2 capsules per day for 90 days to have a very good desired effects. For people who want immediate effect, it takes about 3 days. Start using it for 3 days. From day 3 onwards, you'll have all the desired effects, whichever you require. So 2 capsules to be consumed 90 minutes before dinner, 120 minutes. It's not, say there is a spelling mistake, before required activity time, and subsequently need to consume adequate plain drinking water. Say after consuming the syrup and after consuming capsule, it is mandatory for you to consume at least 500 to 600 ml of plain drinking water. It can be chill water, it can be warm water, whatever it may be. But water is mandatory to make sure you get a very good effect. And during the performance also, you need to have adequate hydration. Hydration is very much mandatory to make sure all the active ingredients reach the organs very specifically to make it active, make it functional. Okay? So hope you understood the message I told. So water is the transport medium inside our system to make sure all the active ingredients are taken to the reproductive organs as well as to the other, including the muscles, including the nerves, everywhere. Okay? Yeah, I'll be answering you for the questions, not now. Okay. So point to take home is that we are addressing about 22 to 25 crore Indian population, approximately. So think about the volume of people who are in need of your help, our help. Okay, take home the important this message, and make it's already been tested, tried, everything has